Oh, that is just fantastic. I want to get me one of those. Brilliant. But having the room for it, but they are talking before too long that you'll just have an entire wall of your lounge will be a big screen.
Is yours not already?
No, I wish.
Show yourself on there.
I wish.
Fabulous.
I'd like one of those. That's about 120 inches.
That
I
would be
think.
good.
Oh, 108, I'm being told.
The opening ceremony on that would have been pretty cool. All your friends could come round.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, we've been into... I mean, actually, to watch the Olympic and Paralympic stuff, I saw the Olympic closing ceremony in 3D. Which was brilliant.
How come?
Yeah, it was on Sky 3D, in 3D.
It's 3D?
Thanks to, I think it was Eurosport 3D was screening, and it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right. But there you go. Anyway, it's enough waffling on from me. Time to look for the papers, as you can see, with historian Kate Williams and the journalist Martin Daubney. And we'll start off, should we, with Martin, a gold rush in the Sunday Telegraph. What a day yesterday at the Paralympics.
I mean, I just think that the Paralympics has achieved the impossible, really, and it's kind of surpassed the Olympics itself. And this story here, I think, just embodies the magnificence of Paralympians. Richard Whitehead, who's a double amputee, was a marathon runner, but wasn't allowed to compete because the marathon is only for people who don't have arms. So he decided to switch and become a 200-metre sprinter, as you do, you know, just at the last minute. He was training for 35 hours a day, often in the dark, on his knees, because he didn't have, you know, prosthetic limbs that were made. He dedicated his victory to his mentor, who died of cancer. He went and hugged his pregnant wife. It's the story that's got everything. And if you watch the race, when he comes around the back corner, he was kind of almost going sideways because of his technique. But it was like someone put a jet pack on him.
He was miles ahead of everybody else,
Amazing.
wasn't
He was miles ahead. I mean, it was really, he was a Superman. It was incredible. I mean, yesterday was our biggest haul ever in the Olympics, wasn't it? We had 5 gold medals, and that was fantastic. And Ellie Simmons was just amazing.
She really
so you just watch her go. I mean, it was incredible. But you just think that I mean, every Olympian has a huge story of effort and struggle, but these people, they're just so, I mean, they're awe-inspiring.
Everybody that turns up for the Paralympics is already a winner. You know, that's a bit of a cliche, but this guy, it was otherworldly to watch somebody with his, you know, physical disability do what he did. It was genuinely an amazing spectacle.
It's great, isn't it? I remember when the torch with the cauldron was lit in Trafalgar Square last week, the PM saying these people don't concentrate on what they can't do, they concentrate on what they can. Yeah. Which is actually a good lesson for all of us, isn't it, at the end of the day?
I think they show as well that mental strength, even more than physical strength in what they do, is just...
And it is about, I mean, so much of it is about mental strength and not giving up. And I think it's so, I mean, this opening ceremony was so wonderful, of course, in 3D, fantastic this week. And I think really, you know, at the same time we read that many disabled people are suffering from hate crime and they feel excluded from society, I really think this is a future revelation of how important disabled people are to our community, to our sporting life, to our artistic life. It's just amazing.
But for lots of us, this is our first genuine kind of immersion in the Paralympics, because we know it's in our home country and whatnot. And I think, for that reason as well, it's been a huge triumph, because it's making us appreciate that these people aren't as able-bodied as me, but they're better than me. Do you know what I mean? And that's something really powerful.
Yes, it's lovely, actually. My 8-year-old niece, all she wants to do is watch the Paralympics on television. She's bought the magazine. She loves it. So if it's getting to people that young,
and so many of the actual events themselves are so fascinating. I mean, I'm really fascinated by goalball, where it's a blind and partially sighted people. You throw the ball around, it's got a jingle jangle in it, and so the entire audience have to be silent, which we were so noisy throughout the Olympics. I mean, everyone was screaming the whole time, trying to get everyone quiet.
There's an awful lot to look forward to. Unfortunately, we haven't got time to talk through it all this morning. So let's have a look at the Sunday Times, Kate.
Yes.
And things are going a bit pear-shaped,
well, indeed, the silly season is firmly over. There's no more searching for big cats and lions. We're back because Parliament's back this week. There's the Liberal Democrats conference is coming up in September. Then we've got the Conservatives and Labour. So this is it, the big fight of Cameron, the big fight of Clegg. Can they keep their warring backbenchers in line? Because there's a very interesting YouGov survey there saying that you know, it's really, their popularity is really getting pretty low for the Conservatives, and Labour's at 41, Conservatives at 35, and the backbenchers are really getting unhappy. They don't, of course, the reshuffle is going to be complicated because Ken Clarke and Justine Greening won't move. The backbenchers are complaining. They're saying that, you know, the backbenchers, Liberal Democrats, Conservatives are all complaining. So you know, it's a bit of a fight really. And there's a quite interesting survey there. David Cameron, man or mouse, says YouGov. Man, that's 25% say man, and mouse, that's 28%, and don't know, 17%.
I think
know.
The sort of vast majority of us are more interested in Cameron's cat, Larry, that killed a mouse, you know, last week. And I think that's the problem. You know, Cameron's cat's more interesting than Cameron now. To the vast majority of voters like myself, we just feel kind of disenfranchised by what we see as a paucity of choice.
I think
it's going to be very interesting to see. So the backbenchers want him to become more conservative, but of course you've got a coalition to sustain, which is going to be the issue. I talked about that throughout the morning, actually, so that should be quite interesting. Thank you for now. Stay with us, though. Lots more still to come, including France accuses Britain of techno-cheating. And find out what's causing a Saturday night fervour. So looking through the papers with Kate and with Martin. Kate, to the Sunday Express.
Yes.
The Essex Lion is not on its own.
The Essex Lion, no. Here was us thinking the Essex Lion was our only example of a big cat. And very interesting here, it was saying that it was a cost of $25,000 with all these helicopters searching for it, and it was now a hoax. Police and big cat experts suspect pranksters took a cuddly toy, put it in a field and took a photo. So that photo that we all saw was someone's teddy bear. Yeah. But apparently they're not alone. More than 800 people have called 999 in recent years, convinced they've seen pumas, lynx, leopards, big cats. You know, we are proud everywhere. Someone was saying to me last night, oh, there's no dangerous animals left in Britain. There's nothing at all. But there are. You know, we've got 800 big cats. You know, I haven't seen any around Islington, not yet.
I mean, there are a lot of feral cats about. They can get to quite a size.
They can get big. I mean, this is what I thought it probably was, a cat that had got too large. I mean, in the old days, people who thought they saw mermaids, they're actually, you know,
they're actually drunk on rum.
Drunk on rum.
It's not quite sort of Hound of the Baskerville stuff, is it? Let's be fair. I mean, you know, a sort of slightly bigger than average moggy. It's not going to tear your throat out at sort of 6 a.m, is it?
It's not quite the same, but I tell you what, it made for a good story. What was a quiet news day at the time. There you go. Martin, the French are not happy, according to the Mail on Sunday.
Well, once again, it's sour grapes from the world's biggest wine producer. It's about... Sorry. This is about Paralympics, and they accuse them of cheating with magic wheels in the velodrome at the Olympics. This time around, they are saying that our wheelchairs are too fast because our carbon fibre wheelchairs were developed with the aid of Formula One experts at McLaren, and they're now saying it's technological doping because they say that it's 25% of an athlete's performance is given to them by the wheelchair, and then when they say it's connected to Formula One, the wheelchairs in question cost £5,000. So in Formula One, that'd probably buy you a glove.
Yes, so
let's get you a large. 25% isn't really that much. No. I mean, this is always the same. I mean, better horses make you better equestrian, better cars. I mean, there's only athletics really where it's completely a level playing field. It's how fast you can run. I mean, this is always a case, and it's not just France. The Jamaicans weighing in as well, aren't they?
They are, but I think, you know, this is a great opportunity for British engineering companies, you know, to sort of showcase their technologies. This isn't illegal. This is, you know, permissible, and it's out there. So if we're really good at doing this, why not do it?
Absolutely. It is interesting, though, that a lot of Paralympic organisations don't have a lot of funding, so you can see where perhaps they get a little bit of... But as you say, you can't always work down to the lowest common denominator, can you? You've got to always aim for the best.
If the French were winning everything, they wouldn't be saying the word.
They'd be quiet, wouldn't they?
And so much of it is about money. I mean, Team GB have had huge funds poured into them, and of course you've had this fantastic haul of medals. You know, you can't win Olympic medals on no money. No. That's what China's proved.
That is the reality of it. We'll finish off Mail on Sunday just briefly. Saturday night fervour.
This dancing polar bear in the Arctic Circle. These fabulous photographs of this 1-year-old. I mean, he looks to me, he's like a huge baby. He's only one, and he's learning to walk, and he actually looks like he's dancing, like a Saturday Night Fever. But he's always trying to stand and get a better look at what he's seeing, but he just can't walk. So he's flopping about. He's like a toddler when they're learning to walk. It's very. I mean, it's amazing to see. Of course, polar bears increasingly endangered. One there, really enjoying his surroundings, and we've still got a few left.
Beautiful. It's nice he's giving us a little
wave.
Lovely.
Like John Travolta.
Martin, I know you're both going to be back next hour, so we'll look forward to that.
See you then.
For now, thank you, but let's get a check on the weather with Sarah.